For many people, failure is something to be feared. It's a sign of weakness, of inadequacy, of not being good enough. But I'm here to tell you that nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, failure can be one of the most powerful tools we have for achieving greatness. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are you crazy? How can failure be a good thing? But hear me out. The biggest successes in life are often born out of the ashes of our failures. Let's take a look at some examples. Michael Jordan, widely considered the greatest basketball player of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for not being creative enough. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her job as a news anchor because she was unfit for TV. But what did these people do? Did they let failure defeat them? Did they give up on their dreams? Hell no. They used failure as fuel to ignite their passion and drive them toward greatness. Michael Jordan used his failure as motivation to work harder and become the best basketball player in the world. He spent countless hours practicing and refining his skills, and eventually led his team to 6 NBA championships. Walt Disney used his failure as an opportunity to create something that would change the world. He took what he learned from his previous job and used it to create Mickey Mouse, Disneyland, and a whole host of beloved characters and stories. And Oprah Winfrey used her failure as a chance to pursue her true calling and become one of the most influential women in the world. She became a talk show host, an actress, a producer, and a philanthropist, using her platform to inspire and empower millions of people around the globe. The point is, failure is not the end. It's just the beginning. It's an opportunity to learn, grow, and become better. Every time you fail, you have a choice. You can either give up and accept defeat, or you can use that failure as a stepping stone to success. But here's the thing. Failure is not easy. It's painful, it's frustrating, and it can be demotivating. But that's why it's so important. It's a test of your character. It's a test of your resilience. It's a test of your will. When you fail, you have a choice. You can either let it break you, or you can use it as an opportunity to grow stronger. And if you choose the latter, if you choose to embrace failure and use it as fuel, there's nothing you can't accomplish. But let's be real here. Failure is not something that most people want to deal with. It's uncomfortable, it's challenging, and it can make us feel like we're not good enough. That's why it's so important to develop a mindset of resilience and perseverance, so that when failure does inevitably come our way, we're ready to handle it. One of the best ways to cultivate this mindset is to start reframing how we think about failure. Instead of seeing it as a sign of weakness or inadequacy, we need to start seeing it as an opportunity for growth and learning. We need to start viewing failure not as something to be avoided, but as something to be embraced. Another important aspect of developing resilience is to start taking action in spite of our fears. We need to start pushing ourselves out of our comfort zones and into new and challenging situations, even if we're not sure we'll succeed. This is where the magic happens. This is where we discover what we're truly capable of. So how do we do it? How do we turn our failures into successes? The first step is to take ownership of our failures. We need to accept that we're not perfect and that we're going to make mistakes. When we fail, we need to resist the urge to blame others or make excuses. Instead, we need to take responsibility for our actions and learn from our mistakes. The second step is to learn from our failure. We need to take the lessons we've learned and apply them to our lives going forward. What did we do wrong? What could we have done better? How can we improve in the future? The third step is to stay focused on our goals. When we fail, it's easy to get discouraged and lose sight of what we're trying to achieve. But it's important to remember why we started in the first place. We need to stay focused on our goals and keep pushing forward no matter what obstacles come our way. The fourth step is to surround ourselves with positive influences. When we're going through tough times, it's important to have people in our lives who will support us and encourage us. We need to surround ourselves with people who will lift us up, not tear us down. And finally, we need to keep pushing ourselves. We need to keep setting goals and striving towards them, even if we're not sure we'll succeed. We need to keep pushing ourselves out of our comfort zones and into new and challenging situations. This is where we grow. This is where we become better. So if you're going through a tough time right now, if you've experienced a failure that's left you feeling discouraged or demotivated, remember this.
Failure is not the end. It's just the beginning. It's an opportunity to learn, grow, and become better. Michael Jordan, Walt Disney, Oprah Winfrey, and countless others have shown us that failure is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. They used their failures as fuel to ignite their passion and drive them toward greatness. You can do the same, so don't give up. Don't let failure defeat you. Use it as fuel. Use it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and become better. Because when you do, there's nothing you can't accomplish. Remember, you are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you realize. And with the right mindset, anything is possible. So go out there and embrace failure. Take ownership of your mistakes, learn from them, and use them to fuel your journey toward greatness. The road may be tough, but the rewards are worth it. Keep pushing, keep striving, and never give up on your dreams.